Let's show the outside of this church. Here we have the tower, and in typical English fashion, the tower was also designed for defensive means, as there's a arrow slit there, and there seems to be some Roman column, so maybe there's like some Roman building that was later reused in the church. And obviously that the tower was probably reconstructed or renovated during the Victorian times, as the defensive things were obviously taken off. But as you can see, the tower is constructed using limestone, and you can see different parts of it from when people were adding stuff. At the front here, we can obviously see where there used to be an idol or a statuette of Mary or Jesus, that was or Saint Chad, that was obviously smashed during the Reformation. We can see on the walls or on the windows medieval carved faces. Graves here. Yeah. Yes, the guy who interrupted me said that the church had in fact been sold to a church trust or something because no one was going to it, and you can definitely see that just from the pews, as they all have dust in them. But as you can see here, these are Commonwealth war graves, and all of them are RAF. Again, this is not unusual to the area, as just up the road there is Hemswell Market, which during World War II was a big RAF base. And all these obviously they're not full. There's no one behind them. They died during bombing missions, as the airbase up there was home to Spitfires, Lancasters, and all sorts of different World War II aircraft. And these obviously they're pilots and shot down during bombing missions in Germany or during the Battle of Britain. You can see where they've been restored or renovated, the windows, and you can see where the restoration or renovation took place, and you can see the tower. Now, the old man told me that this was a Saxon tower, and you can indeed see that. You can even see some Roman bricks right here. So there definitely was some reused Roman building that probably stood on this site that was reused for the church, as that is definitely Roman column up there. We could see from the Norman dogtooth things on top of the tower that the Normans later used this, as we're not far away from where the Vikings landed, and it was very important to William to defend. Up there is a memorial to a British soldier who fought at Culloden against Bonnie Prince Charlie. Very interesting. He was probably the local lord of Harpswell, fighting at Culloden. Very interesting. There's lots of history in British churches, and that's about it. Most of the graves in this graveyard, from what I've seen, are from the 18th century onwards, so there's no Saxon graves because only rich people were buried in Saxon times and medieval times, so the poor were just kind of dumped into a pit, so there's no real interesting graves. But you can see from up there an old wooden thing, which is probably left over from when the tower was initially built. So yes.